When you think of iconic Arkansans, names that come to mind might include former President Bill Clinton, civil rights activist Daisy Gatson Bates, or maybe even singer Johnny Cash. But one you may not know, Scipio Jones. He's an attorney who made history for helping free 12 men wrongfully sentenced to death following the Elaine massacre. His story will soon get the Hollywood treatment, giving the world a chance to learn more about the life of this prominent Arkansan. But before that happens, let's take a look back at his legacy. Sterling K. Brown, most notably known for his role as Randall in This Is Us, now set to star in the upcoming movie The Defender. Brown will portray Scipio Africanus Jones, the self-taught Little Rock attorney who defended a dozen men wrongfully convicted of murder in the wake of the 1919 Elaine massacre, sentenced to death by an all-white jury.
Scipio Jones is an American hero.
Almost 4 years after their sentencing, the U.S. Supreme Court determined the defendants had not been given a fair trial, a right protected by the Constitution. And when they appeared in the courtroom again, this time represented by Scipio Jones, all of the condemned men would later walk free.
It's really long overdue, but the beautiful part about it is it's going to give people an opportunity to really see what took place, how he was able to come in and really help get these 12 men exonerated of murder, which was unheard of during that time.
It's the case that made him a national legal figure, but Jones was well known for his contributions here in the historic Dunbar neighborhood long before that.
You know, Scipio lived in several locations here in the Dunbar historic neighborhood.
Angel Burt, the executive director of the Neighborhood Association, took me to the house Jones lived in leading up to his death. A craftsman-style home here at the corner lot of Cross and West 19th Street in Little Rock.
This home was really the home that he lived once he really became very established. And
as an attorney?
As an attorney, okay. Yes.
The Dunbar Horace Mann Archives and Building Project Foundation is now working on rehabilitating the house, returning it to its former glory.
He is such an American icon, and he is valued not only to this community, but also to the world. And what better way is to rehabilitate the home that he lived in, and especially in his last days.
So today we honor the legal skill, the persistence, the bravery, and the diplomacy of Scipio Africanus Jones.
The impact of his work is very much still felt today. Just last week, Congressman French Hill joined several dignitaries and members of the community in a special ceremony to honor the civil rights giant. In 2020, the House passed H.R. 3317, the Scipio Jones Post Office Portrait Act, allowing a portrait of the attorney to be on display inside the Little Rock Post Office bearing his name. 2 years after the bill passed, artist Wade Hampton unveiled the portrait of Scipio Jones. It shows the defining moment he walked out of the courthouse after the Elaine 12 were released from prison, depicting the culmination of his legal career.
So I wanted to create a moment of that.
The portrait is an honor given to very few people. According to the U.S. Postal Service, of more than 31,000 retail offices, fewer than 900 are dedicated in honor of a person. And Jones is only one of 14 individuals in the state of Arkansas to have received this distinction. A tribute to Jones's legacy that will forever be remembered in the great state of Arkansas.
Oh, it makes me feel so proud. It gives you a very proud feeling. It makes me value the community more that I live in. It gives me the power to want to do more to bring in awareness to people like Scipio Jones.
Now, I reached out to the agency representing Sterling K. Brown and learned the film is not yet in production. That means we're still a little ways off from its release, but I can tell you one thing, Craig, there are a lot of people here in Arkansas anticipating this film about Scipio Jones.
Put me down as one of those people.
Oh, yes.